could feel it in my bones. There was something going on that should have doubt hanging around. God, oh. 'Cause darling, there was nothing right when all you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone. I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. I'm better off. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off. And baby, you don't belong. Your love was cold, heart made of stone. I'm just fine, I'm gonna shine. I'm alright. I'm celebrating my liberation. I'm moving strong, I'll get it done. I'm Might be shaken but not stirred. Just a lesson that I've learned. And so it goes, tables turn, and you're on your own. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. I'm better off. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off. Baby, you don't belong. I know I'm so much better off. Now, baby, you don't belong.
I love that song. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. One more thing.
The pink pill is the pink pill now. Put your pinkies up now, up now, up. Live well to the extreme now. Put your pinkies up now, up now, up.
Hey, it's Pinky. You're on the Pink Pill YouTube channel. Be a love and like, share, and subscribe. Pinkies up.
Hey, you guys. Hello. I'm sorry I'm late. Very sorry I am late. You guys will have to excuse my lack of glamour this evening because I'm so excited. I have a few things that I want to talk about, but before I do that, I want to put on my pinky pen. You guys see this? A pinky pen. Today we're going to talk about why particularly, and this is not to say all women don't do this, because all women do this to some degree. Why are we attracted to, why do we like mean men? Why do we even speak and entertain mean men? And I got the idea because of Clubhouse. And I don't know what it is. In particular, like the men of our culture they tend to be really rough and gruff, which makes it really hard to fall back and be feminine. Yet there's always this complaint that Black women are not feminine. But if you make it hard for a woman to be feminine, then you're going to get that, right? So if you're going to speak to her harshly, if you're going to treat her in a certain way, she's going to reciprocate. So I see this all the time on Clubhouse. And I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this. And then while I was thinking about this discussion, I saw this article on BuzzFeed that came out, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Erica, you wore the pinky pin to work today. Did anybody ask you about it? Jay says, I think allowing mean men or other mean people in our lives is due to however we were used to be treating during our upbringing. Sometimes growing up, there are siblings beating on you. Okay, so that's what I was getting to. I feel like in our community, unfortunately, I wish there was more softness. I wish people were used to the softness. I wish that we could speak to each other in a way that was nicer. I don't know if you guys saw recently, it was like this big ballyhoo about Grant Cardone. Did you guys hear Grant Cardone kind of misspoke? He's and I you know what? I don't even want to say that. He didn't misspeak. He said it right. He said that when he talks to the Black American community, he speaks more street. And of course, we were offended. We were mad. We said that was racist. And it floors me that we have these conversations and that these people say this, especially when I hear how we talk to each other. Like, I hear how we talk to each other all the time on Clubhouse. I hear how we talk to each other on YouTube. It is really weird to me that we expect people of other races to behave better towards us than we treat ourselves. Like, what is that? So it's really hard for me to take that outrage seriously when I know how we talk to each other. I know how we talk to each other. I know how I'm talked to, and I know how other, particularly Black women, are talked to. So it's really weird to me that we are offended because we want people of other races to treat us better. We expect them to be better than we treat ourselves. But one thing in particular, when it comes to Black women and girls, there is a level of things that we are used to. Like, a lot of us are used to being talked to that way. We're used to being spoken to harshly, using pejorative words, et cetera, et cetera. And here's the problem when it comes to like your level up, or when you're trying to have a different type of relationship experience. Your brain is programmed. Your brain is programmed to receive it. And when your brain is programmed to receive it, anything outside of what feels normal, you're going to reject. You're going to reject. You know what? I'm on StreamYard. Let me highlight these quotes because some of y'all have got some good quotes that you're trying to say in here. You guys know I'm new on StreamYard. So, okay. I like this quote. This quote is good. Absolutely, we are desensitized at an early age. So in a relationship, we think it's the norm to have someone talking to you crazy and cursing at you. And so let me ask you this question. When you have people talking to you crazy, you feel like it's normal. Let me ask you guys, the audience, is it weird when somebody is kind to you? Is it weird when somebody who has like the proper type of masculinity, because masculinity is also gentle. Like I feel like there's just so many men dressed up in their grandpa suits trying to be masculine, but that's not really, being mean, speaking meanly, being disrespectful is not manly. It's not masculine. In fact, it reveals a lot of things about you. I don't want to talk about the men. Listen, we can't change the men. Okay. These endless discussions that we have about how men behave, they're not going to change unless they stop getting what they want. As long as they're getting what they want, they're not going to change. There's no amount of cajoling and compelling that's going to make these men be different until they stop getting what they want. So here's what I do. I don't know if you guys follow me on Clubhouse, but when I'm on Clubhouse, make sure you guys like this video. When I'm on Clubhouse, you know what? I'm going to show you guys. It's about to storm out here. Did y'all hear about the California storm that's coming? You guys see the wind blowing in the background? When I'm on these Clubhouse stages, people always want me to come up because I say stuff that's really triggering. And I don't care. I say what I say. I don't care. You guys, this is a new me. Like when we talk about transcendence and we talk about like moving past this, why did I get off of this platform for so long? I needed to break up with this bad boyfriend. Like YouTube was the bad boyfriend and I needed to get perspective. So I've moved past it. But so people always want me to come up on the stages on Clubhouse. I don't really like host a lot of rooms on there, but people want me to go on because I have 11,000 followers and I just trigger people by telling the truth, whatever, trigger through it, as Kendall says, trigger through it. But one of my criteria are, because that's plural. Do you guys know that? Just a little tidbit, little trivia there. One of my criteria is that if you talk to me crazy, I'm not going to stay on the stage with you. It absolutely is not going to happen. I will leave because I'm the one that's bringing the people to the yard and you will respect me and you can't talk to me crazy. But it just got me thinking about why we as Black women are so desensitized to being talked to harshly. And it made me wonder about, for you guys, in having this conversation, wonder about if it feels strange to you when somebody doesn't speak to you that way. Yeah, Ada says, criterion is singular. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No, so we're not talking about, so MT says, I'm all about not giving toxic Black men energy. That's the purpose of the title. So what's the purpose of the title? Yeah, so this is not about giving Black men energy. We're talking about just meanness in general, because we're focusing on the women. We're focusing on us as Black women, why we seem to be primed to be spoken to that way. Because if we're primed to be spoken to that way, then we're going to attract those type of people. We're going to bring those people into our orbit because it feels so natural to us. It feels normal. It feels like home. And like, I don't underestimate how much dysfunction feels like home. Okay. And I don't say that from a position of superiority. Like I've had to fight through dysfunction feeling like home for me because of my own experiences growing up as a child. This is something that has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. You didn't have anything to do with it. Your brain, when you are a child, your brain wires in a way so that you can survive. So and not only survive, but try to better navigate what your experiences are and thrive in it. So you get used to certain things because you're primed for it. So this is not about the men. Okay. It's not about the men. It's about us. It's about what we are primed because of certain, receptors in our brain, the way that we're wired, why we get excited and feel like, oh my gosh, this, you actually like people who behave in a certain way because it reminds you of what you're used to. I want us to get out of that. I had to get out of it. Not this particular, because I don't like when people talk to me crazy. So that's never been a thing for me. But I do understand. God, somebody is spamming the heck out of me. Who is it? It's my boyfriend. Anyway, before we do that, okay. And then I want to go over this BuzzFeed article that has the list of horrible things, and it is not related to color. And I wanted to bring this out to make the point, right? But before I do that, my issue is these women trying to encourage younger Black women to get with men who aren't good enough to be a husband, but good enough to be a baby father. So he's not a good person, but you want his baby? Are we still doing that in 2023? Are we still doing that? Is that still happening? Did I miss something? What are we doing? Why are we doing that? No Black woman who follows me should be doing that in 2023. You shouldn't have been doing it in 2022, 2021, 2020. That's not. But before, I have two major announcements, you guys. Today, I picked up, it's probably not going to be a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to me. Today, I picked up the final labels for watered body care. Do you guys want to see it? Do you guys want to see? Hold on. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Can y'all see that? And then let me get rid of this comment. Hide current comment. That's it. Isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. And I want to just say this. Uh-oh. Let me get rid of it. I want to know what you guys think. So here it is. So watered body care, as you guys know, is my creation. It's the first multi-step body care specifically for women of deeper skin tones, right? And let me tell you something. I just came from a show called Lex Pack. And all I did was during a talk was just pull this bottle out. I pulled this bottle out and people were like, what is that? What is that? It is the first multi-step body care specifically for women of color. So you know how when you go into Sephora and Ulta, there's walls and walls of multi-step face care. Walls and walls of it. And then you go to the body care, they maybe have one or two things, and they definitely don't have the active ingredients that they have in facial care. If you're anything like me, let me know in the chat. If you guys are anything like me, did you sometimes use your facial care on problem spots on your body, whether it be acne, bacne, hyperpigmentation, dark spots? You're using your facial care for your body. Charlotte says yes. Hey, Charlotte. So why not have body care that is just as good as your facial care? And let me tell you something, cosmetics companies, a lot of these people think that women only care about their skin from the neck up. This is what they think. And they continue to ignore Black women or just women of deeper skin tones. Not only do we care about our bodies from the neck down, but listen, we don't get out of the shower and just dry off and put our clothes on. Like, are you crazy? Like, no, like there's a process that we have to go through in order for us to feel comfortable. So water body care is not just about the palliative thing of making sure you're moisturized. It has the active ingredients that is in facial care. It's got the AHAs, it's got the enzymes, it's got the peptides, it's got the ceramides all in there, and it's multi-step that you don't have to do every day, and it's once a week. So I finally got all the labels, so I want to show you. So this is step 1, and it's called a wash. So if you guys like, let me know in the chat if you guys get why I named all these things, the things that I named it. So step 1 is a wash. And then you have step 2, which is clarity. This is a combination of a scrub and a body mask. It's got 3 AHAs in it and a whole bunch of other really good stuff. The step 3 is called, okay, and so yeah, so step 2 is clarity. First, step 1 was a wash. Step 2 is clarity. Step 3 is drizzle. This is the serum that you do after the mask and scrub. And step 4 is submerge. Do you guys get it? They're all water related. They're all water related. It's okay if you're. So I've been using it for 2 years. I've been researching the formulations, and I've been working on it for a couple years. And it's the only thing that I use on my face and my body, and I don't have on any makeup. And I'm gonna be 50. So yes, I have good genes, but also I have really good skincare regimen. July 17th, I will be 50 years old. Do you guys want me to come in close? I have no makeup on. See? So check out. Someone dropped the link to pre-order. Okay. It's wateredbodycare.com. And we launch in late spring and summer. And if you go onto the mailing list, it's a limited release, and we're probably going to sell out really fast. I'm already selling it in the Pink Pill Underground. And there's a couple people in the chat that are in the underground that have tried it, and they love it. So, but the launch publicly is going to be in late spring and summer. So make sure that you go to wateredbodycare.com and get on the mailing list so you can check it out. All right, so moving forward. And then I also have another announcement. So let me know, okay, I want to get a gauge really quick before I go on, because it's kind of a big deal. How many of you have taken any of my Pink Pill courses? Is anybody who, like, just let's say yes, no, maybe, and you're not in the underground, but you have taken a course? None of y'all? Okay, well then I can't talk about Greece then. Oh, your left acrylic pinky nail. Okay, Tribe Free says you might want to check those out, you guys. It's getpinkpill.com. Fit and Free, somebody was waving. Okay, we're going to Greece in October, and it's for the Pink Pill Underground, but we have 2 spots left. We have 2 spots, and only women who have taken the courses, that know what we're about, and we know they understand the assignment, they understand the protocol and procedures and everything, we have 2 spots for Greece. I can show you what we're going to do now, or we can continue the conversation. You guys let me know, because I can show you. I can show you now, and then you guys can reach out to me and let me know if you guys, we've only got 2 spots. And yeah. Oh, okay. So you guys want me to show you? Okay. All right. Let me do that real quick, and then we'll get back to the conversation. Let me share my screen. All right. How to do this? Y'all, I'm so like technologically a little bit. Okay. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Okay, here it is. So, October 8th to the 15th, we're going to Greece. We are going to Mykonos and Milos. This is Mykonos. I'm sure you guys seen lots of pictures on it. Like, I think I'm probably the only person like in YouTube land that actually does stuff a lot in real life in this category. I love doing it because it just allows for me to get to know you guys, but it allows for us to share experiences together. We went to Italy before COVID. It was amazing. Now that COVID is over, we go into Greece, and we're going to other places. So here's what you guys are gonna get. Let me expand this too, because it's so nice. So we have secured a compound with 5 villas on it. 5. And each person gets their own bedroom, luxury bedroom, luxury bathroom. This is what it looks like. This is the villa. We're going to spend 4 nights in Mykonos. We have a personal chef who's going to be preparing food for us every morning. We've got tour excursions. We've got a big dinner, a big fancy dinner on the last night there, also by the personal chef. And then we're spending 3 nights in Milos, and we're going to be taking the ferry there. Breakfast is included. It's a 4-star hotel. We're going to have a photo shoot on Sarah Kaniko Beach. And I didn't know this because I don't follow Louis Vuitton like that, but Louis Vuitton had a famous photo shoot at this beach where we're going to have our photo shoot at the beach. So honey, if you guys want to be flexing for the Instagram or for your dating profiles, this is going to be the opportunity to do that. And yeah, so what's included: breakfast, chef, itinerary, we pay for travel, the villa, and hotel. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And if you have, like I said, we only have 2 spots, and it's from October 8th to the 15th, because everybody, the Pink Pill Underground gets first. And so we've gone through them, and we've got 2 spots left. And I want to extend it to people who have been students of the Pink Pill. If you guys are interested, I'm going to put my email in the chat. Email me and let me know if you want to go. You have had to have taken the Pink Pill, okay? And Or maybe if you were a former member of the underground and for whatever reason you, dropped off, you still qualify. So it's either former members and Pink Pill students. All right. So with that said, I want to I want to go through this BuzzFeed article of just ridiculous. Ooh, I already got a note from somebody asking if there were spots available. If she takes a spot, we only gonna have one spot available. Yes, the person who just messaged me privately. Yes, we've got 2 spaces. So let me know if you want to join. I want to show you guys this this BuzzFeed article. Hold on. You can pay for she's messaging right now. She's like, I'm going. Give me a second. Okay. I'll take care. We'll take care of it. Just email me and I'll give you the links because you're obviously listening to me. You're listening to me on this live. So just email me and I'll give you the details via the email. Okay. Are you shooting for trips every year or 2 years? Oh, Kim, you know what we're doing? We're not shooting for trips every year or 2 years. It's going to be every year, but right now we're thinking about doing domestic and international. So we're thinking in 2023, even though we're going to Greece, we're thinking about also going to Hawaii, Vegas, New York, like domestic. And then we're also looking to, in the future, going on a multi-country trip around Europe. Because, Europe is like the States. So it's like the Eastern seaboards where you've got New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, all around. So we're going to do a European trip that will most likely be planning, where we're going to do like luxury train, go to, all the places and do all the things and meet all the menses. Okay. So yes, that's what we're doing. Cause here's the thing. I do this for real. This is really like my life. And this is the life that I want to share, that I want to share with people who also want that kind of life and want that kind of vibe and want that kind of, want to have that kind of experience. And so this is why I do what I do. I've done amazing trips. Ask anybody who's gone. I think this is my 4th that I've done, and always absolutely 5-star reviews, rave reviews, because we know how to do it. I treat the Pinkies really, really well, because you deserve it. We deserve to be treated really, really well. Okay, so this is the first one. 17 times men thought being inappropriate, creepy, or just plain mean would get them positive attention from women. This guy who thought the way to a woman's heart was just to yell at her. Hey, how are you? I've been blah, 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 10 years. Would love to get to know you. What? I'm talking. Okay, that wasn't bad. But this is the reason why I wanted to show this is because we think that the stuff that happens on the internet is just the internet. We're just like, okay, this is not really permeating our real life. And in fact, it is. I want you guys to see, there is they even mentioned Andrew Tate in here. So it's these men online, these freaking cretins, are permeating into real life and causing a real problem. Okay. I hate to ruin our nice conversation about the weather. However, you dress extremely well for a full-figured woman, and I was curious if I can plaster my face between your boobs. Maybe add me on Snapchat first. Do people do Snapchat? Yes, perfect way to. So that's one. This is the negging thing. Your glasses are cute. Don't let that get to your head. Always, I love what she said. Always do and always will. And he comes back with, well, your hair looks like shit. So that's lovely. That's so sexy. Like, men who are watching this, if there are any men who are watching this, do you honestly think this is going to get you anywhere? But the more important question is, are there any women who would let a man like that get anywhere? That's the question. Let me see. Oh, the entitlement. So I wanted to talk about this. The absolute entitlement. Read this. F this uni. Been crushing on somebody for months, never talked to them, waiting for the right moment. Watched them for ages. What is the thee and them? Like, it's a girl, right? Because you say her in the next paragraph. This is so confusing. Like, I feel like I have to go back to freaking grammar school and learn all of these new pronouns. Today, built up the courage to buy her flowers. You misspelled by. And she doesn't even care. Says she has a boyfriend. I know that's a lie. Dude, how do you know that's a lie? And then when I call her out, she calls me a creep. Dude. Fucking sick females at this uni can't appreciate an act of old-fashioned romance. Bet if some Chad went mad Mike on you, you wouldn't make up this shitty excuse, you fucking liar. Females are so cruel these days for the kindest men. Really? That's kind? Listen, ladies, it's nice that men, want to give you flowers. That's a nice overture. But dudes, you giving a woman flowers does not entitle you to be her boyfriend if she does not like you and she's not into you. Okay? That's just period. This other one is going to get you, though. This anti-abortion guy who messaged a woman who had, don't message me if you're not pro-abortion rights in her profile, and then brought up every woman's favorite person, Andrew Tate. He says, I am not pro-choice. Then why the F did you like my profile? The fuck? Because I am thinking like me, Lord and Savior top. Oh, I'm thinking like me, Lord. Y'all, listen. If you are going to be insulting, if you are going to be mean, and especially if you are going to attribute your attitude to somebody else, you're not representing them well when you have all these typos. Okay? Okay? Because I am thinking like me, Lord and Savior top G. He goes by AT, AKA Andrew Tate. And I guess she's saying no thanks. He's like, oh no, something. Listen, you're missing out on a guy who will physically protect his woman in any situation. But a woman must spiritually protect her man. She must bring joy and positivity to him. And I think she said that her panties have never been drier. And you know what? I don't blame her, because my panties would never be drier either. If somebody came at me with that, if somebody came at me with, first of all, you say you're a nice guy. If you're saying you're a nice guy, that's a red flag. If you're a nice guy, I'm going to know it. I'm going to know it because you're going to show it, not because you tell me. Secondly, just because you give me something does not mean you are entitled to my body, my commitment, a relationship, etc., etc. And thirdly, y'all, these men out here, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for me because I'm single-ish. I'm single-ish, and I gotta wade through all of this crap with y'all too. I have to wade through all of this bullshit with you. And this is how the internet has polluted the dating pool. It has gone outside of just the internet. Like, I remember, like, I've been doing this YouTube thing since 2010. And many of us were sounding the alarm that this is not going to end well, that this is going to infiltrate into everything. It's going to infiltrate into real life. And nobody took it seriously. Everybody said, these guys are jokes. Nothing's going to become of it. It's fine. You're being hysterical. And here we are. Because I can tell you that I'm not on Bumble anymore because I'm attached. But when I looked through a profile of somebody, and that man said, I'm looking for a fit, feminine, and friendly woman. And I didn't think it was that attractive, but I didn't swipe left right away. I didn't swipe left right away because I wanted to ask him a question. What did you think I wanted to ask him? What did you think I wanted to ask him? So I asked him, are you a fan of Kevin Samuels? The late Kevin Samuels? He said, oh yeah, The Godfather. Of course. I said, oh, okay. Thank you. Next. So again, this stuff is permeating outside in the real world. And before the men start going, it's not getting you dates. You're repulsive. You are disgusting. Like, no woman of quality is really biting on that, unless I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Like, are y'all buying into this negging? Are you guys buying into this rhetoric? Like, am I just so off base to thinking that, like, the people who listen to me, the people who follow me, would ever give these men the time of day? Because I can't imagine it's working for them. I can't imagine it, because it wouldn't work on me. It would never work on me. And this guy, let me just tell you, I'm almost 50. And he was like, I'm looking for a fit, feminine woman. Listen, I am fit, feminine, and friendly. But if you say that to me, that man has ruined fit, feminine, and friendly. Like, if I see it, there's just a no. There's just a no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even though I am all of those things. Okay. I am all of those things. I am a size 4. Okay. And an extra small. And I'm friendly. I'm kind of cute. But no. So before I go on, I kind of want to get into the science of it. I want to get into, does anybody want to talk? You know what? I don't really have a lot of time to talk. I got a junior league meeting in 15 minutes, so I don't have a lot of time to talk. Otherwise, I'd love to invite the conversation and have more people on here. So I'm gonna read to you guys the science of why women are attracted to mean men, because I want to leave it with you to see if to make sure that you understand what those signals are. If there's something going on with you, as like from personal experience, from growing up in the family, being used to it, being primed for it, is more so. Not so much used to it. It is being used to it. It's being primed for it. Being primed for it. So I want to read to you guys what the science says about that. The idea that some women are attracted to mean men is a topic of much debate And there is no clear consensus on the research of this topic. However, there are several theories that attempt to explain why some women might be attracted to men who are perceived as mean or rude. Now, let me know if this resonates with any of you. One theory is that women who are attracted to mean men may have low self-esteem or lack of confidence. So this is really important, low self-esteem and lack of confidence. Unfortunately, we as Black women, we have to be the ones that build ourselves up, because we get it from the inside of the community and the outside of the community. I love that that's starting to change. I love that it's starting to evolve, but we still get that. So it's very, it's not a surprise that we're primed again. Remember, being primed and pumped because we're not poured into in the way that maybe other women who are poured into. So you got low self-esteem, lack of confidence. They may see these men as a challenge. Now that's another thing, a way to boost their own sense of self-worth. So, and this is why negging works, you guys. Negging works because they're trying to chip at your armor, and then you want to work to prove them wrong. Do you understand the game there? So if somebody is giving you a sideways compliment while simultaneously insulting you, they're hoping that you have such a low self-image of yourself, or you're so unsure of yourself, that you're going to work to try to prove that you're not that way. How many Black women work to prove that we're not that way? There's also some evidence to suggest that women who are attracted to mean men may have a history of childhood trauma or abuse. How many of us have that? A lot. Which may lead them to seek out relationships with men who exhibit similar behaviors or traits. Again, because we're primed for it. We're primed for it. And so I want to talk a little bit about the science of negging. So from a psychological perspective, negging can be seen as a form of emotional manipulation or abuse. So you may think it's just harmless teasing. Psychologists are saying that this is emotional manipulation and abuse, as it relies on exploiting the target's insecurities and vulnerabilities in order to gain power or control over them. Negging works by creating a dynamic of push and pull, in which the person delivering the neg attempts to create uncertainty and anxiety in the target while simultaneously providing intermittent positive reinforcement. I'm going to punch you, and then I'm going to smooth you, and I'm going to pat you. I'm going to slug you, and then I'm going to hug you. Research suggests that negging can be effective in certain contexts, particularly in situations where a person is seeking short-term sexual encounters or casual relationships. This is because negging can create a sense of intrigue or mystery, and that's just ew, and may make a person seem more attractive. See, this is why they do it. It may make a person seem more attractive or desirable by making them appear less attainable or easily won over. So my question is this. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be more attracted to a person who isn't nice to me, who doesn't make me feel beautiful, who doesn't make me feel like the prize. Sorry, Mom, I'll have to call you in a minute. She's the reason why I have these issues in the first place. She gonna wait until I'm done talking. But again, being primed for it. So here are the solutions. Here are the solutions. So somebody asked earlier what the solutions can be for this. If it's you, if you know that you're if your brain is primed to receive people who speak to you roughly or gruffly because it's what you're used to. Maybe your parents talk to you that way. Maybe your relatives or whatever talk to you that way. Recognize that for what it is. Recognize that your comfort, even though it's comfortable for you, it's not healthy for you. And you also have to catch yourself when you're dating. If somebody is nice to you, if you're not attracted to that person because they're nice to you, maybe you need to question why you're not attracted to them, because they're not edgy. They don't talk to you a certain way because it's not what you're used to. Sometimes what happens is that when we meet somebody who's nice, and listen, this is going to happen more if you expand your options dating, because you're going to meet more types of personalities. You're going to meet more types of people, and it may actually be a good thing to do that because that person is so different. You're going to be expecting something different from them. You might be able to receive treatment in a different way because that person is different anyway. So you're already priming your brain to accept something new. Do you know what I mean? So if you meet somebody who is nice, you may not be attracted to him at first, because what you might be attracted to might be not good for you. You know what I mean? It's like, I love yellow cake with chocolate icing and like a big old glass of milk. That's not good for me though. I like it. It's good, but it's not good for me. Like in the long term, it's not good for me. Oh, thank you, Themis. Y'all should be out there trying to find nice men like Themis. That's all I gotta say. So understand, recognize that about yourself. Like if you're used to it, and you can tell if you're used to it because it's going to be normal for you to be spoken to crazy. Your mom spoke to you crazy. Your dad spoke to you crazy. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunties talk to you crazy. It's going to be a rethinking of it. But a person who speaks to you that way in a disrespectful way, in a not loving and soothing way, is not going to bring out your femininity. It's not going to bring out the best of you. That person is priming you to be combative. So the very men who are complaining about Black women in particular being combative are experiencing the women responding to them, because we as women, we receive and reciprocate. They're the ones they're the ones who push it on. We receive and reciprocate. And so we have to receive and reciprocate in a way in which we can be heard, in a way in which we feel like we're defending ourselves. And there's no room for softness, is there? How can you be soft? How can you be feminine if somebody's talking to you crazy? And how can you really have a good relationship with somebody who would talk to you crazy? Because if he talks to you crazy, he's gonna treat you crazy, just like your mom did, just like your dad did, just like your mother, sister, cousins, whatever. It's a behavior that you're used to that you need to unlearn. And it's gonna take a lot. And one thing that I would recommend and things that I would do is it's called cognitive behavioral therapy. And it's actually, for me, it doesn't work for everybody, but it works. It's what's worked for me for a lot of things. Like just talking yourself through just talking yourself when you see that you are Thank you, Themis. When you see that you are experiencing something, when you feel like, okay, this is what I'm going through, this is what, this is what I'm feeling, this is happening to me, and my first reaction is this, but you catch yourself, and you talk yourself through it, right? And when you do that, that's when the magic happens, because what happens is the pathways of your brain change. Your thought, you adjusting in the moment, actually changes the pathways of your brain until it becomes a habit. It's like doing something repetitively until it becomes a habit. And so once it becomes a habit, then it's not going to be so easy for you to receive that. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that, did you guys feel like I gave you some solutions instead of just talking? Because listen, I'm not about the complaining. I'm not about the complaining. I'm not about trying to make people change. But what I really want to focus on is for us to be better, for us as women to be better, to live our best lives, and to make the adjustments and stop worrying about what other people are doing, what other people's behaviors, that especially people's behaviors who refuse to change those behaviors. The only person you can change is you. And like during my process and evolution and becoming, I've also had to realize that I'm not going to change these people. They are who they are. They're going to do what they do. The only thing I can do is adjust. The only thing that you can do is adjust your behaviors and adjust who you associate yourself with, and work on those triggers that you have, because we all have them. We all have them. Like nobody here, like I know I'm not coming at you, preaching to you and trying to make it seem like I've got it all figured out. But the things that I do have figured out, the things that I've worked through that have made me better, I want to share with you. So that's kind of how I'm going to do this channel. This is not about, I'm not there anymore. I'm different. And the people who I hope are with me want that difference as well. Those of you who took the transcendence quiz, it was a lot of you, it was over 1,000 of you took that transcendence quiz. And some of you applied for the underground. And because you applied for the underground, I'm giving some free coaching on transcendence that is, it's just an intimate situation where it's going to be me and 70 other women who applied, talking about the process because they said that they were ready. So if you guys are ready, have you guys taken the transcendence quiz? Oh my goodness, I'm having some trouble pulling it up. Okay, I can't get to it right now. It's okay. I'll get to it in a minute, but I'll put the link in the chat for the transcendence quiz if you're ready to move on and do something, because what we do in the underground is we go to Greece. Okay. We're also on a level up journey that's very private. I also share some very intimate details about my life. And it's a very safe place. Everybody there has to sign an NDA. So if you took the transcendence quiz and you got an email from me, be on the lookout for that coaching session that we're going to have, whatever day I said that it was going to be. And if you're interested in Greece, 2, maybe 1 space, you either have to be a former underground member, or you have to be, you have to have been a student of one of the Pink Pole courses. Only 2 spots, probably going to be filled up by the end of the night. So let me know. Again, I'll put all the details in a comment. But that's my email. If you're interested, let me know. I would love to see you. And don't forget to sign up for the waiting list for Watered Body Care. And I'll see you guys next time. Now I got to go because I've got a junior league meeting. Another thing that you guys should be doing is joining these charitable organizations because it's great for networking. So I gotta do my junior league thing right now. I gotta go, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye.